talk about how you can make good money with buying and selling items on the marketplace, which is available only on Facebook. It is actually called Facebook Marketplace. First thing I want to show you is that you can post things at the top here, and when you're actually selling things in Facebook groups, you can go ahead and press on post, and here is one item that I was posting over here. And if I press on this, it's going to be listed in the marketplace. In the marketplace itself, there is all kinds of different categories for you to explore, starting with deals, vehicles, rentals, furniture, appliances, and of course, lots of other things for you to get, including arts and crafts, and the one we are most interested in, antiques and collectibles. By pressing on antiques and collectibles, you're going to go into a menu that looks exactly like this. And you can sell your own stuff on the top of the screen. Press on sell something and you can list it up. The things I suggest for you to look for is a wide variety of things that you can sell for more money. And here is just one of those. 1940s Kodak camera, 35mm with case. Before you go ahead and decide to buy it, there is a few things you have to do here. One, you gotta go zoom in and take a look at the image and see if there's any imperfections. As you can see on the right hand side all the way at the top, you can see some imperfections in this item. It's also dusty as well. And because it doesn't look so great, it might not actually bring the value you actually want for this product. Another thing I highly suggest for you to do is to do research on eBay. Type in Kodak 35 and check out how much this item actually is going for before we go ahead and buy it. Next thing you want to actually do here is press on ask for details, and you're going to get more information about this item. You can also go ahead and press on save in case you save and look at this later. So let's press on ask for details, and this message is going to be sent right to this person right away. Of course, you could have just pressed on message instead. The seller information, you can actually follow this seller, and you can see he's also a member of Antique and Vintage Online Marketplace. That is not actually a good place for him to be a member of. Not because it's just a bad place. It is actually a great place. Instead, it just tells me that this guy might be an expert in this field. And if he is, this is not the kind of guy I want to do business with. I'm looking for somebody who doesn't know what kind of items he is selling. And this way, I will get the best possible price for those products. And this is definitely a no-go for me. And instead, I found something even more interesting. Out of 10 old door slide locks. And they look really good actually. By sliding into this, you can see they're vintage, they're old, and potentially they could go $25 each for every one of those items. This looks to be so much better of a deal than the previous item that I saw before, just because of the product itself. So let's go ahead, zoom in. It looks pretty cranky in terms of being rusted, and it actually has this weathered look to it. But most people would say, let's pass on this because this item just looks to be in such a bad shape. But people who are buying those kind of products, they want it to be really in bad shape, especially if it is being used as a movie prop. So therefore, every one of those products could potentially be worth at least $25 to $50 each. The question is, would this item be sold $25 for all of them or $25 for each of them? Sometimes it's going to be a clickbait where people actually tell you there's going to be a lot of 10 products, and then it says each of them is going to be for $25, which definitely makes it not worthwhile for me. You can just press on message, and there's automatic messages that you can ask him. And there is automatic messages that you can ask him, such as, I'm interested in this item. Is this item available? What condition? And do you deliver? Because this location is kind of far away from me, which is Kingston, New York, I'm going to ask him, is he going to deliver the product? His seller rating is pretty good. 19 people are happy. Only one is unhappy about. And here's the description. 10 items that show age, need cleaning, a few need oil. Longest is 8 inches, being offered as is in Kingston, New York. So I don't think this person is going to go ahead and mail this item to me. But it doesn't hurt for me to ask. I do suggest for you to scroll through as many of those products as you can. Here is an interesting product right here. We have figurines here, and it says $10. Now, this would have been a great deal if this is $10 for all of those products. If it is $10 for each of them, it is not worth my time. This sell rating is pretty good. 15 are happy, one is unsatisfied. 6 different collectibles. Most marked 1976. $10 each for all 50. That is a little steep here. So if this was a very good deal, I would definitely get this if it was all of them for $10. Each of them for $10 is too expensive for me. But if you do like the items that this seller is actually selling, press on follow, just in case they're selling other interesting products that you might be interested in. There's a lot of different products over here. Let's press on another one. This is a vintage grocery store pricing stamp. There's more pictures of this product. You can see over here that this product is not in the best possible shape. You can see the rust, and this actually what makes the product authentic and old. But at the same exact time, the condition of it is not in top shape. And because it's not in top shape, maybe it's not gonna fetch the price that I wanted, and it is selling right now for $25. So let's go ahead and look at more information over here. And it says nice vintage condition, and it works great, and the location again is in Kingston, New York. I'm getting suspicious here. Lots of items are listed by similar sellers in the same exact city. This could be that it is maybe one specific person who is selling it with multiple Facebook accounts. You have to watch out for people like that because they're usually experts who are doing this. And I don't think I'm gonna get a very good price for those products. Let's go to this one, vintage metal trucks. And this one is a steep $1 million offering for, I mean, it looks to be okay. Those could be really expensive items, but the price is just way too steep. So I'm not sure here if he made an actual mistake by just typing in 1 too many times, or maybe he actually wants this much money for a lot of very expensive products. So great shape, 50s, 60s, and 70s. It doesn't actually say how much it is actually worth, and maybe because he made this mistake, this item could be worth a lot of money. And maybe because he made this mistake, this is going to actually discourage a lot of people from contacting him, which is going to give me an opportunity to grab those at a very good price. So what I'm going to be actually doing, press on message and ask if those items are still available. One thing I do notice here is that this member is also a member of Antique Vintage and Unusual Item Identification on Facebook. So he actually knows how much this item is selling for. Another thing you can see here, it says see profile. You can press on his profile and you can get additional information about this person. Plus you can see what other items he is selling on it as well. Multiple kinds of vintage items too. And he does have price points for every single one of those products. So maybe that was not a mistake. This is how much he actually wants for some of those items. I'm not exactly sure here, but it looks like I'm dealing with somebody who is an expert in the products that he is selling. Therefore, I'm going to be skipping on this person as well. I'm super careful not to deal with people who are experts. Because they're experts, it actually means that I will not be able to fetch the price that those products are actually worth. I'm looking for newbies who are not sure what they're doing. This way, I'm going to get the best possible price for the products that they're selling. Here is an interesting item here. History books from 1907. There is actually 20 of those books, and what they want is $100. This could be actually a good deal. Not because the price of this product, not because the age of it, but because they're asking $100 for a very vintage kind of books. And I know that if you sell them and mail them with media mail, you'll be able to ship them super cheap in the mail. And not a lot of people actually know this. And because of that, this could be a very good listing for me to grab. Now, for $100, this is way too steep for me to get this specific product. Instead, I'm going to be making them an offer. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next video.